Alright guys, we're back. Got great news. As you can see, we got two engines right in front of us. So I'll tell you the good news first. The good news is that we got another 125cc engine. But the bad news is, as you can see, this one has electric start and it's a semi-automatic. This one's kick start and it's a clutch. So here is my crazy plan that shouldn't work, but I'm still gonna try to do. So we're going to take apart both of these engines, and I'm going to try to put the clutch components of this engine onto the new one, and I'm even going to try to put the kickstart on this one, because I can see that there's a little place here that the kickstart should be in, so there might just be space just to put all the kickstart parts in there. So if we get lucky, we'll see. If not, we're just going to have to throw this engine the way it is. So wish us luck, and let's get to disassembling. Yeah, as you can see, they look very similar, so this might work. I don't think it should, but it honestly might. Let's check out this one real quick. Oh no, that's not good. That is not good. Okay, let's go ahead. So, as you can see, they look a little bit similar. Well, first of all, let's check if this cover fits on this engine, and if it does, we'll proceed. By the looks of it, it looks like it'll fit, but right now this thing's getting in our way, which we won't be using, so let's keep disassembling. Alright, so after seeing some videos, it looks like we have to take these four screws off right here, and there should be a nut underneath it. Same with this one right here. You guys, this is a lifesaver. If you guys ever need to break out these Phillips bolts, they're so easy to strip. Sometimes it's not even worth the hassle. It's literally only $20. One of the best buys you can make for yourself if you're gonna be doing stuff like this. This is the kit I got. They're just called an impact driver, I believe. But yeah, go do yourself a favor and buy that thing. You guys, after some further considerations, I don't think we'll be able to mix this engine with this one. Surprise, surprise. I think what I'm going to do is just reassemble this engine, start getting it on the bike. Let's get to that. Okay, you guys, change of plans. I rebuilt the new engine back up how it was, and instead of trying to swap these components that will probably never work, I'm going to try to retap these stud threads right here. There's two of them that are stripped that just go in just like this, and so I've got here a Healy coil kit for this size, if that's how you say it, and I got my fingers crossed hoping this works. If this works, then I might be able to rebuild the top end, which would be nice instead of trying to, you know, do all that stuff. But yeah, we'll just try to retap these right now, and if we're successful, we'll move forward. Let's go. Stuff this guy in here. Not enough power there. Looks like it's going well. It's hard to tell. So that looks to me that that's how it should be. So let's go ahead and tap it and see how she comes out. Okay, we are now going to place the Healy coil inside. Boom. Put that thing in. Okay, that seems like it's it. Doesn't want to go further than that. I might put 2 in there, I'm not sure. I don't know if you can do that, but I don't know. We'll see how one does. Let's check fitment. I mean, that looks like it's going to screw in. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then it says the last step here is to hit this with the hammer. Okay. I guess we'll just follow the rules, right? There you go. I mean, it looks like it's gonna screw in, guys. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, on to the next one. I'll see you guys when we got it. Alrighty, it is now time to Healy coil the second hole. Alright, and that's about as far as she'll go. Take this guy. Try to get that piece out. There you go. Got this piece out. It looks like we're ready to start assembling, maybe? Let's see. Okay, so actually first I'm gonna put the clutch stuff back into this engine before I start on the top end. There we go. We got this piece right here that was floating around. This is actually up first. Boom. There's that. I don't think these need to be timed. Filter looks clean. Good sign. I think the clutch goes on. Okay, now this was the piece that I do not know where it went. I might need to look at a video for this. Alright guys, I found out where the piece goes. It's just a little piece that goes inside of this little bearing here. So I already placed it in there. We can get back to this mess. Okay. There's that. Place this thing back on now. Tighten these up. There you go. And just like that, I think we should be ready. So let's go ahead. Couple love taps. Feels pretty good. Throw in these bolts here. Little zip zap. Boom. Okay. Tighten up by hand. Good to go. Okay. Let's see what the top end's got for us. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take the other one apart. Yeah. Copper washers on the bottom left. There's that. So there's that one. Oh, I got my phone. Come on. We should be able to take out this camshaft now. Boom. Okay. There he goes. Boom. Okay. Should be fine if we drop this. Bye-bye. And see if we can push this loose here. There it goes. Oh no. Why is there a lot of oil in there? That is not supposed to be like that. The guy told me this ran, so it definitely looks like it did. But it's probably from me leaning it over, so. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and now take off this chain guide right here. Okay, and if I flip it over, it should come right out. Oh no! Oh, you're kidding me. Forgot there was oil in there. Anyway, it's right here. Making a mess. Okay. Back to where we're at. I can take off this cylinder now. Comparing these two pistons, this one looks in a lot better condition, though I might just try to save the other one. Got the studs on. It looks like the Healy coil's held up to this, so let's keep going. Alright, so I took apart the head a little bit. I cleaned it up, cleaned up the camshaft and stuff, and I'm gonna start assembling this back together now. Okay, head is looking good. So, whoop. There you go. So you're ready to go right there. Cylinder's ready. Okay. Alright, I think that's good right there. She's looking pretty smooth in there. Check. Nice. Okay, next up the head now. Almost forgot about this chain roller. Alright, it's getting dark, but I'll see you when I build this engine. Got the studs on. It looks like the Healy coil's held up to this, so let's keep going. Alright, so I took apart the head a little bit. I cleaned it up, cleaned up the camshaft and stuff, and I'm gonna start assembling this back together now. Oops. Okay. Head is looking good. Actually, I think we need to put on the cam chain first. There we go. The pin is now in place. Piston is now in place. Gasket here. Okay. Gasket's on there. Now. Okay. Put this through now. Get the cam chain through. Alright, I think that's good right there. Clean up a little bit of this oil. She's looking pretty smooth in there. Check that out. Nice. Next up, the head now. Alright, now the head. Almost forgot about this chain roller. Or chain guide, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Now we can put on the head. Alright you guys, I'm sorry it's dark, but I finally got the motor on the bike. I just tested for spark. We got spark. We got the carb on there. We got it cleaned. All we need to do is hook up the gas and have our fingers crossed. Let's go. Alright, just got the gas line hooked up. Sometimes this kicker doesn't want to kick. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Oh, I think it has to do with the clutch. Alright, you guys, choke is on. Look, sometimes I'll kick it and it doesn't grab. Okay, that time it grabbed, but sometimes it doesn't grab. Okay, that's neutral. Alright, let's see. You see, it doesn't grab. Okay. Oh yeah, that's way better. Yeah! She started! Dude, no way. I can't believe it actually started. I mean, look at this thing. It doesn't even look like it should even be close to running. But I'm gonna order the parts. I'm hyped. Let's go. I'll see you guys when I get them. Alright guys, what's up? It's the next morning. Plan today to start off by restoring these plastics right here. Clean them up. They look a little rough. But I have whatever this is I found on Amazon. And we're gonna try it out. Plastic Restore. It says it makes trim and plastic look new. We'll see. Just remember how this looked like before. And the after's coming in 3, 2, 1. And here's the after. It's not looking bad. Let's go look at it in the light actually. As you can see, it's not bad. It's better than what it looked like. It's not perfect obviously, but I think it'll do for now. So let's go do the rest of the plastics. Alright you guys, after some scrubbing down with this thing, whatever it is, Ultimate Black Plastic Restore, she's looking good now. Plastics look decent, not the best. I might hit him with this again. Gas tank looks good. Bike looks a lot cleaner. Probably gonna finish up some small stuff here. I know I still gotta put on like the skid plate, stuff like that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do that stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna do that stuff right now. Boom. Right there seems about good. Not the best grips, but they'll do. Gas tank goes on. Now before I put the rest of the stuff back together, I'm just gonna make sure it fires up once again, just to make sure. It's revving by itself. Alright, hopefully it doesn't rev up on its own again. Fixed a couple things on the carburetor and up here in this head. Let's see if she still wants to rev up. Okay, she still wants to rev up on her own, which tells me there's an air leak somewhere. Alright guys, we're back. This is how the bike's looking. I got it all built up after figuring out that the throttle issue, why it was revving on our own, because we had this adjusted a little bit too much and the throttle cable was getting tugged and therefore was causing the engine to rev. So that was that issue. So we got that resolved. I put on the plastic, chain, covers, things like that, and she's almost ready to go. All she needs is a clutch lever, a brake lever, both master cylinders, because the little windows on them are cracked, and those need to get replaced, an exhaust, and that is basically it. Now right next to me we got some packages to open, so let's go ahead and do that. What in the world, blue? I could have sworn I ordered red. Oh, I see. The exhaust muffler's red. Hey, not bad. This was a pretty cheap kit, so we'll see how it sounds and how durable it is. Got the master cylinder here. This guy right here. Yeah. Now what I'm talking about is that this little window right here was broken on our other ones, so that needed to be replaced. So we got this guy, and yes, we will need to bleed them, and I don't think I will do it today, because my .4 fluid did not get here, unfortunately. But I'm gonna throw on the levers for now and the exhaust. So let's get to going. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the next day and it's time to wrap up this build with the final parts we gotta put on. First things first, gotta put on these master cylinders and let's get to building. In goes the fluid. Boom. Yeah, that feels really good. What the heck? Oh well, not complaining. Let's move on to the back. So after experimenting crazy with this, we were finally able to get some pressure built into the brakes. And now we got some type of braking force. And now I'm just gonna adjust this little nut over here. And we're gonna be able to get this bad boy up and braking. All right, look at that. She engages right away. Perfect. Alright guys, take a look at her. She is pretty much all finished up. Now the last thing, as I was airing up the tires, the front tube did not want to air up, so I'm gonna replace that soon. And once I replace that, we can go for a little spin around the block. Yeah, brakes work great. She starts up. Really, the only thing left to do is change out the front tube and give her a little sand on the roads. Let's get that front tube changed. Alright you guys, I think you know what time it is. It's finally time to go test this thing out and have a blast. Let's freaking do it. Yeah. It does bog a little bit. Let's freaking go! I do need to figure out the carb situation. But other than that, it's riding pretty good. It's on choke right now, but I will tune it up in the future. Little speed test. Oh yeah, she's fast. She's fast. Brakes work great too. Let's go. Foot on top. Yeah. Look at this vibe right here. Victory dance. Well guys, there she is. This was definitely a complicated build. It was a tough one, but we got it done. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna need to replace the head gasket here because we do have some leak in the cure in here, so shouldn't be an issue, but I'll need to get that done for sure. Other than that, thank you guys so much. This was a fun one. See you guys later.